if you are not tuned in to us so far, this is probably the best chance for you to do it. And the reason why is very, very critical. What is happening right now is beyond anything I think most of us can grasp. And I'm going to include myself in it because I am constantly going back and replaying scenes to let you know what they mean. We tend to get information and then we move to the next one, but we need to go back and to review what's happening. What is happening with USAID or USAID is so critical because this was the paymaster in place since 1961, which was how the money and the influence and the corruption was maintained. This is where we are right now. This is extremely critical. Let me see if I can say this yet again. We're focusing in many respects on the individual allocations. I understand that they're funny and they're wacky and they're interesting, and maybe that's good because maybe people will have a sense of outrage because of that. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe that'll do it. But I'm going to be explaining and going over, and it may be, I'm going to do this again and again and again, because on February the 2nd, I believe, when they shut down USAID, this was the signal to the deep state that there's a new sheriff in town and he knows what's going on, and they freaked out. It is so incredible and so important that there are people right now who themselves are the beneficiaries of this, who don't understand how this is. Not everybody, remember, not everybody who's involved in the real goings on behind the shadow government. We're not talking about deep state. Deep state's a different story. That's frontline. This is as important and as critical as it gets. This is bigger than anything. And what's happening right now is they are freaking out. And Trump knew this. And when he came in, and maybe he had some friends at the Heritage Foundation. Maybe it was Project 2025. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care how it is. I don't care. It does not matter to me. What matters to me, and what's critical, what matters to me is that you understand and we keep focusing. And we're going to be going through this bit by bit by bit. And I want you to understand, please listen carefully. Focus on this. I know people are and I understand it because there's so much information. So just sit tight. We're going to explain how USAID works, how it funded Twitter, how you're going to learn that the CIA has been exposed. And when people have done things for so long and have been involved in corruption for so long, they get the impression that no one is listening. So sit tight, my friends. Buckle up. Get ready. I'm telling you, today is going to freak you out. You are going to end. You're going to walk away today with such an appreciation, and we're not even close to really exposing all of it. But remember, February 22nd at the Cutting Room. February 22nd at the Cutting Room. Tickets available on the YouTube description piece, if you will. 22nd of February, I want to see you. And now this critical word. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even help negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. My friends, what we're going to be talking about today goes back again to 1961 and before that. USAID was the cutout, this sort of a, I don't want to use sheep dipped and all these terms, but it was a cutout. It was a, as you know, Intel from the beginning has never ever said what it was. Remember Charlie Wilson's War. One of the best people I love is Philip Seymour Hoffman's character. And he says, what do you do? He says, I work for the Department of Agriculture. And he's a spook. He's this constant, consummate spook. That movie was paid for, and we'll find out eventually, but put money on it by USAID, Intel, whatever. Next, back up. Forget the name of where this is. Never ask a question like this. Never say, Mr. So-and-so, were you funded by USAID? And they will say, no. What do you mean? No. You want? No. Oh, okay. You didn't ask the right question. Because they don't know this is USAID. They weren't told. They don't get a check from USAID. It's this notion of deniability, rational deniability. This you could say, I don't know anything about it. I don't know who this thing is. Remember the movie Argo or whatever. Remember how they went and they used Alan Arkin to use a film crew. Remember this? They tell you this. I'm going to give you a lot of rules, and I have to constantly remind folks of this. The way it works is there is a unique personality. There's the initial group of people, and then there's the personality of the organization, of the group, of the way they think. And there is and how do I say this? That feeling permeates and percolates down into, what is this? Exliviate. I've heard a great word this weekend. But anyway, it percolates down. These are people who love to outsmart you. They think they're smarter than you. Days of Alger Hiss. Remember two things. Harvard, Yale. I know this is so basic, but grasp this. Yale was Intel, skull and bones, that kind of thing. That's where they heavily recruited. But Harvard was State Department. Alger Hiss. Different group of people, all right? But these are folks who combined, and it's still kind of there. It's still there. The rich, the educated, the smart, the classy, James Bond. Remember all these Le Carré, these were spooks themselves, and they love to play with you. They love to create their image. They love to create the way they think. They love to create, they love to constantly F with you. They love to do things in front of you. They love to do right to your face. They love it. What a magician does, what sleight of hand does, is it does it in front of you. It wants you to, that's where they get off. You didn't see it, did you? Think about this. You didn't see it. Let me show you again. Here, now watch my hand, nothing on my sleeve. They love this. That's what Intel does. Intel then thought of itself as being the ones in charge. They were the warriors. They were the cold warriors. They were the centurions. They were the Praetorian Guard. They were the ninjas. They were the real folks who ran everything. Everybody else was stupid, beneath them, civil servant, a senator, a congressman. We don't need these people. We're in charge. It's who we are. We're smarter than you. This is the mindset. This is how it started. And it preceded Truman. It preceded, the National Security Act. Security Act, whatever it was. The CIA. It was from the beginning, from Wild Bill Donovan to OSS. That's who they were, the cowboys. Okay, they set up. They love to do things. Gladio. Remember the folks too, like Kermit Roosevelt. Remember all of the folks who did from Arbenz and they would love to set up organizations of phony fronts, United Fruit and Dominican Republic, and they do things for you. The Aramco and that was Operation Ajax. That was Kermit Roosevelt. That was Iran. Epstein, you'll find out, was an Intel op. That was also the last vestige of needing to do actual honeypot. It was too you'll never see that again at that level. Let me also say something to you. And I want you to I want your head to start saying, wait a minute, what? That's exactly what I want you to feel. Because it's going to take a while for you to really get through all this. It's big. Epstein was in conjunction with, or if not, the role of Israel Intel. Forget saying Mossad. That's what people say. But, like sometimes we'll say Langley. There's I forget the name of it when you, not eponymous, but there's a name when you like Fleet Street or Wall Street, you refer to it anyway. That was one of the last times you will see that. That's an old honeypot version that just This was not what they had in any way envisioned. This was not their thing. In any event, and by the way, parenthetically, to really complicate this, what you're going to find out that Israel right now is probably more interested in than anything that you can imagine is the October the 7th. Was it MyHop? Well, not my. Well, what did they had to have known? They had to have known what Hamas was planning. They had to have known this. And you're going to find out, no, they didn't. That one of the biggest cons ever, well, maybe not before, but now, is the fact that they are the greatest intel organization. They know. Forget they can do pagers and things like that. They're hiding behind the fact of holy, and other people have said it, and that is one of the, watch how it's carefully protected. Because remember, USAID is the paymaster. That's all they are. They don't do anything individually. That's just where you go to get the money. But the people who are in charge of USAID also work in conjunction with other intel organizations. Let me go and explain to you. We have 17 intel organizations that we know of in our country. CIA, National Security Agency, Defense Intelligence Agency, FBI, National Geospatial Intelligence, National Reconnaissance Office, DNI, State Department, Homeland Security, DEA, Intel, which is Department of Treasury, Department of Energy. By the way, Department of Energy, the Office of Intelligence and Counterintelligence, bigger than anything you can imagine. It doesn't even sound it. Department of Energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Air Force Intel and Army Intel, Office of Naval Intelligence, they're very good. Always was from the old days. Marine Corps, which is subsumed, and Coast Guard Intelligence. Remember how this works. This is bigger, my friends, than anything you can imagine. Pilgrim asked, will the New York judge's injunction stand for USAID? We'll see. Believe me, I don't know what the purpose of this was. We can talk about it. Don't even worry about it. They're going to go at it again. They're going to go at it again. They're going to go at it again. They'll start another agency and another agency, and they'll do it, and then they'll play like the old days where they'll do something and let the shadow government come after them, or the Democrats, whoever it is. They'll change. Okay, fine. It's not Doge. It's somebody else. Believe me, through Pilgrim, through ham-fisted determination, they're going to make this work. Kelsey says, call the deep state Deacon Blues. Thank you. Drink Scotch whiskey all night long and die behind the wheel. Ryan says the far left has decided USAID as a covert arm of the CIA for 20 years to cloak their operations, and now they're defending it. Also, isn't Trump just rolling it up into the State Department? Not really. It's 1961 with Kennedy. Kennedy has long been, when I say Kennedy, during his group of people, let me make it more complicated. Do you remember during the World War II, Mo Berg was a spy. Remember this? He was this very smart. He was a baseball player. He played for the, who would he play for? I don't know who the hell he played for. He was a catcher. He played for, anyway, some team, whatever the hell the team was. And he worked for OSS. And when they would go to various exhibition games and around the world, he could travel anywhere he wanted because he had a camera. And he could go and stand on top of buildings and take pictures of this. He was doing recon for OSS during World War II, right around the time, which is precursor to CIA. Edith Piaf, during World War II, would go, and this was a little different. I thought this was beautiful. Great singer. She insisted, she says, she asked the German, all these prisoners of war and people who were captives, ask the Germans, may I take a picture with my fans? Oh, yes. And she did, and went back and distributed pictures to their families saying they're okay. This has been like this forever. And since the CIA started, and around the time of the Cold War in particular, we wanted to convey to the world that we are God-fearing, a nuclear family. Remember the kitchen debates, Nixon and Khrushchev. Look at this modern American kitchen. Leave it to Beaver. We're coming out of World War II. Europe's in shreds. We're doing great. We have families, Levittown, this and that. Leave it to Beaver was part of the propaganda, as was Capra, MoMA, arts, documentaries. Someone said that, and whenever you had Life magazine, National Geographic, documentarians, whenever they went out, they were funded by Intel. You can call it CIA, you can call it Langley, whatever you want. This is old. But, and here's the but, it was to support and defend and promote America. USAID is part of a different group of people. It's a different group. It's people who are destroying us, destroying everything about us. Chelsea Clinton, give me an example. And by the way, anybody who is a member of the family, Chelsea Clinton received an annual recurring funding from USAID, allocated by Obama for her foundation. We have been talking about Hillary and foundations and Haiti and, oh my God, Charles Ortel and I used to talk about this all the time. Obama gave her money. This is Chelsea now. Gave her money for her foundation, which provides afternoon meals to children in Africa, India, and Bangladesh. Who cares about that? Nothing here. Nothing here. Always there. However, as of recently, the reported number of meals served stands at about 11,886 from one particular document I'm reading, implying an astonishing $1,410 per meal. Now, her net worth, $70 million. Her husband, worth $45 million. Her inheritance, $52 million. USAID earnings, $3.9 million a year. Real estate assets, $25 million. Monthly spends about $100,000. Car collection, $8. She has accomplished nothing. This is just a part of it. You see, that gets people's attention. That's a drop in the bucket. When you mention $71,000, part of a U.S.-Irish musical aimed at promoting DEI in Ireland, $47,000 spent on transgender-themed operas in Colombia, $32,000 dedicated to a transgender comic book in Peru, $1.5 million for workplace inclusion for LGBTQ individuals in Serbia. Now remember, none of this goes there. You know that, right? It doesn't go there. Somebody keeps it, just like the money to Zelensky. It doesn't go to Zelensky. It goes to military contractors, whoever it is. It's meant to destroy. Remember that scene from Goodfellas when they went in and he says they started to liquidate it. Everything went out the front. He says, and then when eventually you can't pay your bills, we burn it because we own it. It's to go in and to destroy it. We will look like we're helping you out initially, but we are not. $2.5 million for infrastructure in Vietnam. $6 million allocated for tourism in Egypt. $20 million for a Sesame Street in Iraq. $2.1 million for BBC, enhancing the media ecosystem in Libya. $1.5 million for rebuilding efforts in Cuba. $50 million spent on providing condoms in Gaza. This is what it is. $4 million funding the Center for Climate Positive Development. Shall I go on? Want me to go on? That's nothing. That's nothing. How about $270 million to Soros? See, here's the best part. Let me just jump ahead, because this is the best part about this whole thing. Soros doesn't put a penny of their money into this. Nothing. Nothing. This isn't about Soros. He doesn't put his money in anything. They don't pay for anything. Nothing. He puts his name on it. He loves it because he loves being this international man of mystery. He loves that. Like you can't believe. He doesn't put a penny into this. Do you understand the con of this? It's the most incredible thing anybody's ever seen. It's brilliant. Pilgrim says Washington is considered the first intel officer. He used a lot of covert ops. Pilgrim, I don't want to bring up Sun Tzu, but covert intel since day one, from the first time somebody said, hey, I think there's somebody in the other village who will send somebody over there to look. Whatever. It is, believe me, the origins of this go in forever. But focus on what I'm saying, because I'm always afraid that when I tell people this, they're over here. They're I can't tell people this is what you're missing, or this is the important thing, or this is the critical information, or you don't understand. That's like a Brecht play, Bertolt Brecht or whatever. This has been going on forever. Biden, with foreign affairs and others, has been okaying this since day one. This has been going on since Kennedy. Obama's mother worked for USAID. It's a scam, but it's really a scam now, because the idea is to destroy America. It's better than anything you've ever seen. And Trump came along and he said, I'm going to break this apart. The corollaries to Kennedy, and it's dangerous. Why do you think they wanted to take him out? Why? Why do you think they wanted to take him out? What do you think was the real reason they wanted to take him out? What do you think was the real, honest to God reasons that they came along and they said, we want this guy? What, with the assassination attempts, with lawfare, to put him in prison, to get rid of him? What do you think? What do you think? They knew about this. They said, if this guy gets near this, we're through. We're done. We're finished. It's the worst thing ever. His whole thing, drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. They said, this guy, we can't. He doesn't understand. Bill Clinton understood. Barack Obama understood. They came along and they said, listen, look, Chuck Schumer said, you don't understand something. If you go against Intel, they will, the 7 days of Sunday or whatever it is, this is the critical thing I'm telling you. Let me give you another story, which is interesting. Somebody alerted me to this. I didn't know. I missed this. In 2017, 2018, the singer Moby, remember Moby? He comes up every now and then. And I put it on my X or Twitter or whatever. He was on a radio show, and he basically said, "Yeah, I had some friends of mine who were with Intel, CIA, and I pretty much gave them or used my internet platform. It's so easy. You don't want to go in and have to create something. No." Go to somebody go to a Kardashian, go to a Cardi B, go to whoever it is. I'm just saying. You've got 50 million behind you. Selena Gomez, that's the one I'd go after. You've got 50 million? Okay, good. We want you to work with us. Now listen to what I'm saying. You got a project coming up? I'll take care of it. Why? Well, it's called USAID, and you're going to have a program. You're going to have a foundation. And we will funnel money to you in amounts you didn't even think were possible. We are going to absolutely, we are going to take care of you. And one of the things which we really want to do, and this is very critical, what we really want to do more than anything else is we want you to just play along with us. That's all. Play along with us. Play along with us. Don't do anything. Don't please. Just do me a favor. Just play along with us. And she'll say, great. And her agents will talk to her. And I appreciate, am I reading this correctly? James Forrestal, talk about obscure defenestration, tossed from a window in 49 or 50, something like that. Is that it? This is a tough group. God bless you. Way to go. Hang on, where is it? Let me see. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Let me see. Thank you so much. There's Matt. There's Matless. Only you would bring this up now. Between you and Pilgrim, this is the most arcane group anybody's ever seen. Matahari? Don't think so. Matahari? Matamoros? Do the math. I don't know what that means. All right. So I go to Selena Gomez and I say, listen, do me a favor. We want you to promote our thing. Really? Yes. Give us your account. Rob Reiner, one of the best. Rob Reiner. Think of the others. Bette Midler. Maybe not. But Rob Reiner, he had to check himself into something. He went to some rehab or something in November. He went to Blue Ski, which is what they call Blue Sky. I call it Blue Ski. And Blue Ski, which I think is also a setup. This is an alternative. And if you don't think that's funded by this. So Rob Reiner, one of the things you have to understand, my friends, is these people don't have any of the money you think they do. Believe me when I tell you this. They don't have anything that you think they do. Look at Diddy. Diddy's so leveraged. So anyway, so they go to Selena Gomez. I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying hypothetically. And they say, give me your account. Rob Reiner, give me your account. We'll take care of your movies. We'll believe me, just give me your account. And you give me your account, you give me your account. And we'll have them, just give me the password. And somebody, some office somewhere, I don't know, is going crazy. This guy was pouring things out. And look who they are. We've known about this since this Moby, and he's just one, but he was on a radio show in 2017. He's telling people. What's even more interesting is that the people who are in Intel, they want you to tell them. They want you to know what they're doing. Larry Bird, years ago, famously would tell his opponents, I'm going to come out of the, I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to take one step in. I'm going to do a pick. I'm going to do a three-pointer, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And he would tell them ahead of time what he was going to do. True. That's what Intel does. They love to tell you this. Now, for the next piece of information I'm going to give you, this is nothing. If you want to blow your mind, wait for 1 second. But first this. My friend, disaster doesn't knock. Let me try it again. It kicks the... Let me try it again. My friend, disaster doesn't knock. It kicks the door down when you least expect it. And when it hits the fan, and trust me, it will, food is the first thing to disappear. Now, the question is this. Will you be prepared, or will you be scrambling like everybody else? Okay? Now, think about what I'm saying. This is no exaggeration. I'm here to help. I'm here to give you the honest truth. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to help you. No one's going to be there. The shelves at your local store are going to be emptied within hours. And trucks that should be delivering food will be stuck miles away. You'll be left standing in endless lines, hoping for scraps. But there's something you can do right now. There's a way to stop this nightmare before it stops. Head to preparewithlionel.com. You heard me, preparewithlionel.com. And take advantage of the special monthly offer from My Patriot Supply. Now you can get $50 off the legendary 4-week emergency food kit when you order today. Listen, I can't be any more serious than this. Why My Patriot Supply? Simple. It's a household name for a reason. Millions of families trust them because their kits aren't just about survival, they're about thriving when others are barely holding on. This kit provides over 2,000 calories a day and 12 essential vitamins and minerals. That's the fuel that you're going to need when your body and mind are under incredible pressure. You get meals that taste great, are American made, and last up to 25 years in storage. These aren't bland bunker meals. They're designed to keep you strong and focused when it matters most. But here's the deal, my friend, and listen carefully. Emergencies don't wait, and neither should you. Prepare today or pay tomorrow. Go to preparewithlionel.com now and claim your $50 discount and 6 free bonuses right now before this limited time offer vanishes. I can't emphasize this enough, okay? Because when the world goes dark, preparation is the only light you can count on. In the old days of really good intel, when the intel was, well, they were whatever. I mean, it started with World War II. They kind of wanted to do some crazy things where they had this idea of making America better and stronger. I know this may sound nuts to you. I think I may laugh at this, but I really think there were people who really wanted to do things to, honest to God, make us better and stronger. I really do. There were people who thought that all of these coups in Central America to help America United Fruit and Arbenz and then Dominican Republic and then just go down the list. There's so many of them. And Ukraine. There are people who, in a weird way, think that somehow, like Victoria Nuland, I think really in a strange way thinks she's doing the right thing. I really do. I think there are people who believe that when you send money to Israel, I think it's a different story, but and Ukraine, Zelensky. Now, as far as military industrial complex making money, they figure, of course, it's going to happen. What are you going to do? But that doesn't invalidate this. Listen to me carefully. There are people who want to destroy the country, liquidate it, kill it. Raiding the government coffers is one thing. Stealing that's been around since day one. We're talking about something a little bit different here. We're talking about something a little bit different and a little bit more frightening here. We're talking about something that blows everybody's mind. We're talking about having this USAID, international development. Isn't it wonderful? It's just so nice. And there's all these people in Samantha Power, and it says aid. God damn it, it says aid. What's the matter with you, you conspiracy theorists? It says aid. Don't you understand this? It says aid. What do you not understand about aid? Farm aid, first aid, live aid, aid, not AIDS, but aid. We'll give you aid and comfort. Aid. What's the aid? Aid. This is the thing, my friends. And there it is. And when you're in D.C., this is the most important. You're sitting there and you're saying, I'm not going to bring this up. Bill Clinton, do you want to, yes, I want to be the best president. Well, don't fight these people. Just play along. Okay. All right. Just play along. Bill, please. Would you just play along, Bill? Would you just play along? All right, I'll play along. Fine. Thank you, Bill. That's all we're asking. And don't worry about this. You would say, here, what do you got? You got a foundation? I'll take care of you. Chelsea, they're doing some good things. Sean Penn, Oprah. Oh, God. Am I getting started here? Are you getting, if America fails, the world fails? Do you think? That's a very good one. I don't think that's true. I don't think that. I think people want to. They just want our money. They don't want us. We're a pain in the ass. If they could just take all of our wealth and. Let me go back to you about George Soros. George Soros, 270 million. He's not putting up money. Let me explain to you what he's doing. I put this on my X account as well. Over the past decade, George Soros has spent. He hasn't spent shit, but through him, 50 million lowballing to elect scores of social justice prosecutors across the country. These DAs, who represent 70 million people, or more than 1 in 5 Americans, pursue programs and pro-criminal tracks and the like, which, and I don't even know if he wants this. I don't know if he cares about this. I don't know if they just want to say, who's going to do it? George said, I'll do it. Because this goes, I'll do it. Let me give you some names. Kim Gardner, St. Louis Mo. Remember Kim Gardner? Remember the McCluskeys? Remember that? Stephanie Morales, Portsmouth, Virginia. Monique Worrell, 9th Circuit Court of Florida. I don't know where she is. I don't know what city it is. Scott Coloma, Mississippi. This is a DA. Kimberly Graham, Polk County, Iowa. Shalina Cook Jones, Chatham County, Georgia. Jody Owens, Hines County, Mississippi. Mike Schmidt, Oregon. Brian Middleton, Texas. Diana Becton, Contra Costa, CA. Oh, that's a good one. Satana, like Satan, Satana DeBerry, Durham County. Jackie Sartoris, Cumberland County, Maine. Parisa Delgani Tafti, she's from Virginia. Buta Biberaj, Virginia. Jason Williams, New Orleans. Steve Mulroy, Tennessee. Larry Krasner, Philly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. George Gascon, DA in LA. Pamela Price, Alameda County. Remember the one, too, the one in Oakland. They're going to rid of her. Anyway, Ramin Fatty. I'm not done yet. This is Virginia. Did you know all these were Soros people or USAID people? Alvin Bragg, New York, of course. Steve Descano, Virginia. Jose Garza, Texas. John Cruzot, he's in Texas. Joe Gonzalez, Texas. Kim Fox. Kim Fox was Juicy Smellit. Remember that? In Chicago. And Mary Moriarty in Minnesota. All of these, George Soros. And nobody said anything. They said, well, it was USAID. Remember? George Soros buying up radio stations. George Soros buying TV stations. It's not George Soros. It's USAID. They want to own everything. Or here, just look. It's our money. Better to go to you. We don't care. It's only money. We just print this stuff. Take it. I want loyal people. Take it. So he's going to buy all these AM radio stations. In a lot of these places, they use, and some of them I think are California, maybe not, but they're actually telling people, well, the ICE folks are here. And then they want to buy local TV shows. Now, what's going on? CBS. Who's suing CBS? Ta-da! The big guy. Big balls. The original big balls. $10 billion. Now that he's seen it, he's upping his price to $20 billion. He's going to put him out of business. Why? Tucker Carlson. Why was Tucker Carlson fired? Why? That was a lawsuit with Dominion and it was Smartmatic. Dominion, remember that crazy? I don't know what the hell that was. Who knows if there's a USAID connection? I have no idea. But one of the deals was, lo and behold, Tucker Carlson's gone. Tucker Carlson, yeah. Happiest guy in the world, Sean Hannity. Happiest guy. Happy. Oh. Anyway. So Trump's in charge. Guess who's now? Now, CBS is trying to do Sherry Redstone, the Paramount, they're trying to do this deal. They can't sell it with this 20 billion, 10 billion. Now it's 20 billion. They're going to put this out of business, and they're going to go after 60 Minutes next, and they're going to pull a Tucker. Stop. Do you see what Trump is doing? This started a week ago, February 2nd, I think the freeze began a week ago today, if I recall correctly. It shut everything down. They don't know what to do. Holy. He's on to us. He said, I'm going to go right after you. And Soros is thinking, oh my God. Now think about it. These folks funded, AID funded Burisma, the Cheney family, Liz Cheney, Obama's mother, Hillary, everybody. They spent more like $300 million to bring in illegals. People were asking, where did this money come from? Where did this money come from? How was this? Why are they doing it? Who's doing it? Nobody knew. It just was untouched. It was there. Remember what I told you? Sleight of hand. They're doing everything in front of you. Look, here's the ring. Here's the, ta-da. They love to do this. There's a building. What are we hiding? USAID. We're proud of it. Here. And they're going to bring somebody with a bowl of rice. Thank you, USAID. See? They'll do a few. Somebody got a couple of bucks here. Trump comes in there and he's going to destroy everything. Now, someone brought this up. It's very interesting. Trump also did something that nobody else did. Trump brings in Elon. Now, this is better. Elon says, I'm doing this just for grins. I'm doing this just for fun. And by the way, Edie Crowley, thank you. Liking this is the most important thing you can do. You know and I know, my friends, that when it comes to us, we have right now 500 likes. I need 1,000 likes or else that's it. I need 1,000 likes. And you're probably thinking, oh, okay, it's easy. Believe me. Likes, subscriptions mean everything. I want everybody to come over. I don't want them. I want to be our own USAID. I want to have people say, listen to what I'm saying. This isn't about left and right. This isn't about left and right. It's not about that. It's about right and wrong. It's about common sense. It's about getting back to the basics. When you're going crazy, we have been lied to. I don't even know where, from COVID to Trump, better have the best security because they're going to come after him and they wanted him. They saw what he was going to do. They saw what he was going to do, and they wanted to take him out. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying this to be cute. I'm not saying this to be like, oh. I mean, I have never. It is so obvious what they are doing. It is so obvious. And not only that, just when I think, okay, I've done enough about this. No, it changes the world. Did you see what Milei's doing in Argentina? He's doing the same thing. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. And by the way, that's why your likes are important. I want people to listen to me, and I want people to say, listen, all of us here in the conspiratorium, we're not radical, white, racist, national. No. When you hear the common sense, do you want to know where your money's going? Who's paying for this? Do you not want to know where this is? Do you not want to? Yes. Yes, you do. Of course you do. That's what we're about. It's that simple. It's the most incredible story in the world. And they're telling you this. The other day, Gavin Newsom. Now, Gavin Newsom, I've told you from the beginning, if there is a guy, and I hope they neutralize. Remember, California is based on the Pelosi's, the Browns, the Newsoms, but the Getty family and the Gettys, Balthazar, Getty, and others. when recently, when Gavin Newsom says, I'm going to go see Trump. Really? Yeah, I'm going to go see Trump. Thank you, Lori Reinhart. Bless your heart. Gavin says, I'm going to go see. Okay. You are? I sure am. All right. That's terrific. Yep. And when he came out, I don't know if you saw his face or if you met with Trump or what. He didn't know what the hell to say. I think I think he thinks maybe Trump's stupid or something. I don't know. What do you think they're going to go after Gavin for? What are they going to kill? Because remember, their big thing is the high speed, the rail or whatever the hell it is. That's where, let me say this again to you. At the height, at the top of everything is a corruption. It's a corruption both to make a lot of money, but also to destroy everything, to go in and to loot the treasury of the United States, to loot it, destroy it. Remember the scene from Goodfellas when they went in, they said, you can't pay for it. Next thing you know, they were the guy who sold his tiki restaurant and they torched it for the insurance money. That's it. And Trump has told him, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I bet you he said something to the effect of, I know what you're doing, you and your friends over there. I know what you've been doing regarding the real estate. I know what you're doing with your 15-minute cities and your LA 25 and all of this globalist stuff. I know everything. I'm going to break it off in you. We're going to go after you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Do you understand, Gavin? Do you understand? We're on to you. We're wise. We know what you're doing. Do you understand? It's beautiful. They don't understand it. And that makes him more vulnerable. This is USAID is not it. We don't care about condom programs in Gaza, but that's not it. It's the paymaster of the shadow government. They are scared shitless. And when Samantha Power goes on Rachel Maddow, I'm thinking to myself, you idiot, let it go. We've got to figure out, they're going to freeze everything. All the program, all the money, all the dispatch. We don't know what to do with this. You're going to find out. Wait till you see. Remember what I told you. You've heard about Tavistock, and this goes back. Do you know that when you own social media, if I've got somebody who's got 25 million, hey, Rob Reiner, yeah, listen. How about if we get involved? There was some movie or something he was promoting or whatever. How about this? We'll help you. The same way, by the way, Intel helped and Defense helped with Argo and Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy, they gave him that. Tom Clancy, how does this guy know all of this? They pick somebody. George Soros, how does he have all the money? They picked him. They got to pick somebody. They don't care. If you are just writing numbers, it doesn't mean anything. I say, here, how much you want? How much? Go ahead. Let's go online. Show me your bank account. Okay. Add $1 million. Yeah, go ahead. Just put a 1 right there. Boom. You got $1 million. That's it. Where'd it come from? I don't know. You got $1 million. And you can use $1 million. The first time you see that, the first time somebody comes to you and says, listen, and they don't come to you and tell Rob Reiner or somebody, listen, we're going to use you and your position in order to destroy America. No. Rob Reiner says, Rob, you have been a very serious voice in the world of progressive politics. And we need you, Rob. We need you. Government translates to mind control. Sometimes. Some government is good. Picking up the trash, right, Ricardo? Maybe. Government's there no matter what. They don't care about mind control. They don't care about anything. They just want to control. They just want to loot. What they want to do now is to loot this country. They want to destroy our republic, our empire, our whatever you want to call it. That's all they want to do. So money means nothing. Give it to Soros. The same way they did then. Hey, do you want to believe? Let's create somebody called Bill Gates. Bill Gates is going to be this really smart guy, this dude who made Microsoft. How do you like that? How do you like that? I need 1,000 likes, my friend. We're getting there. We're getting there. I hate to do this. Thank you for this. But I want people to listen to me. I want to expose these people. And I want to tell them flat out. Rob Reiner thinks he's really a force to be reckoned with. He really is meathead. He was a part of this, whatever. So they play into him. Hey, Selena Gomez, you know what? You're so talented. They don't know. She doesn't know who's paying her. They don't tell anybody anything. You don't know. And if somebody's really hard up, say, give me your account. Sure, take it. We're going to use it. Take it. Why can't I sell my account? Here's my password. You say whatever you want. It's about Trump. Whatever. Give me the money. I got a project coming up. I got a movie. I got this. I need to pay this. Whatever you want. We're paying for that. So our money is going to pay people through USAID. It's going to propose this. And forget that the Piven, whatever the month. Forget propaganda. This is not propaganda. Don't even go there. This is so blatant. It's not even funny. And to an extent, we kind of sort of. During World War II, Frank Capra was responsible in putting out movies directly that promoted the war effort, but that was World War II. Nobody complained, but the mechanism is still here. All of the robber barons, Gail, we don't even use that term anymore. That's you're thinking Rockefeller, and they actually did something, Standard Oil. No, we create this. So here comes Trump. Trump is a freak. Trump says, we're going to go to Mars. Right, Elon? Yeah, we're going to go to Mars. Elon knows what he's doing. Elon's the best thing that ever happened. I don't give a damn what anybody says. And Kash Patel. CIA is gone. Cooked. Masquerade of altruism. You know, it's funny you say that. Yes, it's funny. Cut up. There's this group of people who was it? Sam Bankman-Fried called it equitable altruism or some other thing too. Oh, absolutely right. Lori says, will Ron Paul help with the audits? The first thing that has to be done is auditing the Fed. When you touch that, this is not the third rail. This is everything. If he could get to the Fed, oh my God, that could bring down the world. That could bring down everything. But he's certainly a great advocate. Remember, he was there for a while. We laughed at him. Oh, isn't Ron Paul cute? Little nice guy with his audit the Fed. Yeah, all right. Ron Paul. He means well. Okay. Ron Paul. Yeah. Okay, Ron. All right. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, he's like a, he's a nice guy, but he's not anything to worry about. Don't even worry about Ron Paul. But if people have to understand what's happening, do you think these folks are going to just go quietly? You think they're just going to go away? Do you think that when Trump makes people aware of this, they're going to just say, okay, thanks, goodbye? Not on your life. That's why he needs the Praetorian Guard. He needs ninjas. He needs something which is so important. Let me just say this to you. I'm going to be doing a series of this. I'm still just coming into focus with what is happening here. This is bigger than anything. He just cracked. You know, in the old days when they were trying to go after organized crime infiltrated the labor union, organized crime, the mafia, organized, got into a little bit of garbage hauling and construction and waste disposal and the unions. And well, guess what happened? If once, and they tried to do this, once they got into the source of this, they went after the organization. But see, the reason why the mob is so smart is they said, we're never going to have the mafia, if you will, dependent upon one person. It's going to be dependent on it. We're going to be able to, if somebody is pinched, we'll put somebody else in charge. Put somebody else right in charge of it. We don't need these people. We don't need one person. We just need. Whereas the Irish, well, they tried it with the Westies. The Jews were out of it. Cartels don't have it. They have, you have, Pablo Escobar, whatever, but there was nobody after him. But this was a different story. Lucky Luciano, to his credit, said that the mob will always go on, but they went after the sources, the way they infiltrate, in fact, the concrete industry or whatever. If you expose this, if you say the USAID is the shadow government, is the money, is everything, and you go and you unwind it, people are going to go nuts. Is it going to go away? Of course not. But it can't. But there's no money. George Soros has to be indicted. And I'm telling you right now, Fauci, they're going after Fauci. They're finding ways around, read the parameters of the pardon. Read what exactly he was pardoned from or with. Or find this. They're going after him. This is personal. This is personal. And it's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest. And these Democrats don't know what to do. They showed up the other day at the Department of Education. What is that about? And who is that? I don't know if they give the guy's name, but this guy goes, yeah, like, get the fuck. Now, it was sad. Not really, but there was Maxi Pad Waters standing there with her wig on, screaming and yelling, who's your boss? Where's your identification? Get the motherfucker right. Shut up. Get out of here. Okay, and they got up and they left. They didn't know what they were doing. What do you want to come in for? What do you want to do in the Department of Education? They didn't know. There's no leadership. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen like you've never listened to anybody before. Do you know what it meant to have Kamala? Just in November, this was what, 4 months ago? November, she was the Democratic nominee. She was going to run and could have been the president. She was the vice president. And she shows up to a Laker game and she's walking up into not the cheap seats, but like the nosebleed, and nobody stopped. Nobody said anything. Do you know what that was? Why did she do that? Why would I don't understand any of it. And her husband, they're going to split. I mean, not split. They're not really together in the first place, but this guy's this big entertainment lawyer and he can't get anything better than that. Fred Sampson gets better coverage. I mean, this is symbols mean something. Symbols mean something. When church attendance drops, when birth rates drop, when marriage rates drop, when libraries close, there's things you look to and say, oh, this is bad. When a president, Dan Quayle would have at least gone, they're in Los Angeles. This is supposedly the liberal bastion of the country. They're in Los Angeles and they're not saying a word. A word. It's unbelievable. That one there, and after 60 minutes, and this fella from 60 Minutes goes, yeah, I gotta tell me. They're done. 60 Minutes, they're coming after everybody. Wait till they claw back. They gave how many millions to Politico in fake, I guess, subscriptions? I don't even know what they're doing. If they claw this back, if you say, it's one thing to say, okay, we gave it to the thing and we gave it to the Clinton Foundation, whatever, but you're giving it to Politico, all you have to do is just look at Google, and Google's thinking, oh, shit, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What does Google do? What does YouTube do? What does Instagram do? What do they do? What they do is influence. The most powerful platforms for influence. It's platform. Spotify, the Grammys. Who are these people? I don't know. Today is the biggest event, the Super Bowl. I couldn't care less about the football. I may kind of watch to look at the phone and go, hey, who's winning? I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, the Phillies, the Eagles. I just want to see the Exilus, whatever this stupid. Anyway. This is the collision course we were on has been diverted. Somebody has rerouted the train. This runaway train has been, I don't know what analogy or metaphor or simile or I don't know what it is, but this is bigger. I had no idea. I kind of had I knew it was done, but I never knew it was done this much at this level. And they've got these people that are coming out of nowhere, like Bletchley Park. Same thing when they broke Enigma with Turing. And remember at the time when we were looking for people to help break that code, we were looking for people to come forward who were housewives, teachers, people who like crossword puzzles and word games. And they broke Enigma. And Eisenhower walked in, supposedly the story is, Mr. Ike, nice guy, told him, he said, if one of you people I find out are revealing what's going on, I will personally shoot you. I will. I mean, there was no kidding around. So we have this guy named Elon. And he thinks differently, whether it's true or not, sleeping on the floor. All of these slugs, these Gen Xers or whatever these people are who would say, I don't want to go to work today. You've got DC where like 6% show up and he's sleeping. They've been going full throttle. He doesn't sleep. He's just a maniac. It's this new ethic, this new way of thinking, it's incredible. This ethos, this whatever I've never seen anything like it. They don't have this. They don't know what to do. And Samantha Power was so stupid as to go and complain on Rachel Maddow. How much was MSDNC getting? How much? And just like with bankruptcy, remember when Bernie Madoff, there were people who took money from Bernie Madoff. They had no reason to believe that any of the money was illegal. They received a statement every month that had a seal at the top. It was audited. They said, this is your account. This is the money you have. He said, okay. He was the head of NASDAQ. They had nothing to do. They just gave him the money. He did the investments. It was all a Ponzi. And when Bernie fell, they did a clawback. That's the term, to go back and we're going to seize all of your money because your money was provided for through fraudulent transfers. It was the basis of ill-gotten gains, even though you had nothing to do with it. That's why we have to go back and say, we want it back. That's the Clintons, Soros, this guy. And let me tell you something. Listen to what I'm telling you. When the word says Soros is no good, okay, give us Soros and we'll let you go. Got him. they'll look the other way. Did you see Murdoch the other day at the White House kissing Trump's ass? Murdoch? And Murdoch loved. And there was Tucker. Why'd you fire Tucker? Why'd you do that? That was because of what? Dominion? What is that? What was that about? What was the story? Tucker's doing better than any, But the thing is, my friend, we are living in a world you've never seen before. Laurie Reinhardt, Cut Up Chatter, Gail Drake, Ricardo. Thank you so much. Raul Rodriguez, the great Therese Pollard, Matless X, the enigmatic and insanely brilliant Pilgrim Media. Thank you. Ryan, Kelsey, thank you, my dear friends. Follow me at Lionel Media. Let's see what the final count is on likes. We've got, 959. I just need 1,000 to be happy. That's it. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. I just need 1,000 more. Tell me 1,000 more. 1,000 or 2,000 would be nice too, but that's it. Because I want people to say, I like those people at that line, that conspiratorium. They're not crazy. We're not crazy. I'm not doctrinaire. I'm telling you the way it is. I love this country. I'm unabashedly a patriot. I have no problem with that. And anybody who tries to hurt my country, like anybody who tries to hurt my family, I will see to it that they pay handsomely. That's all. And now we've hit 1,008. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you. All right, my compatriots, my patriots, thank you so much. We will talk later today. I've been with you an hour and 12 minutes. And I've got a brand new video up right this moment, right now, which gives you a precursor as to what is happening. It gives you kind of an idea, a little bit of an amuse-bouche, so to speak. It lets you know a little bit about what this is. It's so perfect. Let me give you that link. I want you to go to it immediately. And until then, my dear and glorious friends, here we go. That's the link. You go to it right now. You have a wonderful day. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl, whatever it is, but we'll be back tonight at 7 during the. This is the Super Bowl. I don't care about. This is critical. Don't forget to follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Don't also forget to follow me at Lionel Legal and right here at Lionel Nation. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. Don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya.